to The Attorney. I'm Amanda Callahan. I'm joined by attorney John Haymond from the Haymond Law Firm. John, thanks so much for joining us.
Always my pleasure. Thank you.
Well, we have a question today from Allison M. She wrote, Attorney Haymond, I live in a condo and was bitten by my neighbor's dog while I was walking into my house. Not only was my finger tendon torn, preventing me from having any use of that hand, but our houses are attached. So I hear the dog barking at night and it's very traumatic for me. Please help.
Well, I'm so very sorry to hear about this accident, and certainly, number one, you should obviously get to the hospital and let them do whatever is necessary to fix your hand. In addition to that, the police should be called, as well as the dog warden, because that ought to be on record to make sure that the dog has had sufficient shots, because you certainly don't want to be bitten by a dog that didn't have its rabies shots. Number two, we followed these cases for a long period of time, a good 10 months, because we need to know the long-term effects, the full extent of the injury. And at the end of 10 months, we take a look at it, and in all likelihood, we bring this person to a plastic surgeon to get the finger or the hand in appropriate condition. At that point in time, we're probably in a position to resolve the case because we know the long-term effects, the full extent of the injury.
And now I know she's concerned about the barking because they live next door, but there's really nothing they can do in terms of that, right? If they live in a shared condo and they're both paying to live there, then that's the owner's right to keep the dog there?
Over the course of my career, I've represented ever so many victims of dog bites, and it's regrettable, but ever so many of them have post-traumatic stress syndrome. And as a result, they ought to be seeing a psychologist, psychiatrist, or somebody who can alleviate and eliminate that fear that they now have of dogs. So it's ever so important that the lawyer address this issue with the client.
Yes, exactly. Well, John, thanks so much.
Okay, my pleasure.
If you have a question you want to ask the attorney, you can call 1-800-HAYMOND or visit HaymondLaw.com.